I was looking for a trail shoe, so I picked up two on sale. So this is the first one. I suppose an odd looking shoe, but because I got it on sale, I thought it was worth checking out. And it cost me, I think it was £60 in my size. I went for this pair, which is kind of more of a canvasy material and a beige kind of colour, more for sort of lifestyle wear really. It just feels like a standard sneaker. There's no kind of, I suppose, technology in this as far as I can see. It says Vibram on there, but I'm not actually sure what that means. I think it's probably just the sole, and it's meant to be more of a kind of trail hiking shoe trainer. But I think that when I put them on and sort of walked around in them for a bit, just found them sort of very unstable. I presume it's because of this, but I also think the outsole itself is kind of sort of thin and small, especially at the back, and that's kind of where I feel the most sort of unstable on these, which is a strange thing, because with usually these types of shoes you kind of feel more sort of stable. I know they came out in the 80s, so early 80s, and the guy who actually helped create these was called Rainier. Well, his surname was anyway, from what I read. But yeah, it's an odd looking sneaker. It's not for everyone. That's probably why they're on sale as well. But the colorway I really liked, and I thought I'd give this a try. Versus something like a Salomon that is more of a trail sneaker as well, but it looks more like a trainer. Whilst this kind of looks in between, between a trainer and a shoe, which is I think was what they were going for back in those days anyway. So the sole is really sort of firm and hard. If you can sort of cope with the back being sort of more unstable, in my eyes, then I think it's sort of good to go for you. I kind of sort of see that they've got some nice sort of cushioning in the back of the heel, which is a plus, especially for this type of shoe. And then also this sort of leather lining around the top here, which is a bit of a premium touch as well. So that basically concludes it. I think it's okay. So here are the details for the New Balance Rainier Low Sandstone colorway. It has a Sandstone, Incense and Team away grey colorway, so I think the Sandstone is basically around the sort of toe box heel and the medial side of the trainer, and I think the Incense is meant to be sort of on the toe box itself and just on the medial and lateral side of the sneaker, and then the grey is the outsole. It has an EVA midsole, so it's just a basic kind of midsole, and it's got something called a Vibram outsole, which is supposed to be sort of more durable type of outsole and should be more grippy. And it kind of primarily has sort of a canvas upper, so I'm not sure, like these are supposed to be sort of almost like trail shoes, but I don't know, like I didn't realise when I bought them that there would be sort of this canvas material, so for that reason I'm not sure if it was supposed to do the job that it was meant to do. And the price is £140. So in terms of comfort and sizing, it has a firm sole, so it's just the EVA sole itself is basically very firm, and it's very sort of flat, so that's kind of to be expected, I suppose, from a sort of hiking trail shoe. And basically it's sort of, you need like 4 to 6 hours of sort of wearing time for this particular pair. It's not so bad because of the canvas material, but it's more the outsole itself is very sort of firm, so you need to kind of work that in and together with the midsole as well. So basically that requires a bit of working in to basically feel more comfortable. And you can go true to size with this. I didn't feel like there was an issue. I think because it has sort of more of a narrow silhouette, you can probably with the wide foot go up a half size. Even though the traction, it kind of looks good on when you see the pictures, but I think in hand it's more kind of just okay. I'm sure like it probably lasts. I think the whole thing with using this Vibram material is it kind of lasts, the durability lasts longer. However, I just had like stability issues anyway, just sort of walking around in them, so I'm not sure what that is about. In terms of look and style, it's kind of got neutral colours. It's a bit different to the average sort of hiking shoe, so I kind of like that. And it's good for autumn winter really. So that's what these shoes are sort of primarily designed for the kind of more sort of rougher weather, and just being able to sort of walk around sort of in that kind of stuff, and supporting you in sort of in the snow and rain and muddy weather. And basically I think these can be worn sort of smart casual and basically for hiking. So primarily they're meant for hiking, but there's no reason why you couldn't wear them sort of smart casual. This particular pair, because it's got a canvas upper, is probably more suited to smart casual wear. And basically the laces in there, it comes with sort of like this beige lace, but you can also do white or sail as well. So that kind of make it, I suppose, pop a bit more. So in terms of the pros and cons, I like the fact that it's got neutral colours. That's kind of what attracted me to the shoe in the first place, and it's got kind of a slightly strange design compared to sort of other sort of hiking shoes, I guess. This particular New Balance shoe just looks a bit different. And the materials I actually like the materials that are used, but probably not for this particular trainer. In terms of the cons, I think it's the stability in the heel area. I think that is my main concern. It's basically what I felt when I was sort of standing on these. They just felt like really wobbly, especially at the back, because they are thinner at the back and sort of okay at the front in terms of the width, but at the back on the heel area, the midsole just feels really unstable, and I don't know what that is. I don't know whether that's to do with the outsole itself, or whether that's basically because it's just thinner at the back. I'm not sure. And just comfort, I don't think these are the most comfortable. Like if I'm comparing to some Salomons, for example, I'd rather wear Salomons than these. And the material choices, so for this particular pair, I think they primarily should be used for sort of lifestyle, sort of casual walking, not for any kind of hiking really, because I think you'll just ruin the shoe really quickly because it's a canvas material. In terms of the ratings, look and style, I give it a 2. I think it's just a very sort of standard shoe. I don't think there's anything special going on here, and there's other makes that I think are much nicer for hiking. And in terms of comfort, I give it a 3. So it's very sort of standard. There's not much support, and it's just basic really. And in terms of quality, I think this is where it kind of sort of shines, in my opinion. The shoe's been made really well. The materials that are used are nice, even though it's a canvas materials. The colour matching and the way the materials have been sort of matched up are cool. But like I said, it's more of a lifestyle shoe. And in terms of pricing, I give that a 3. I think, again, £140 is a lot of money for this kind of shoe, really. So they should be a lot cheaper. And overall, I'm going to be quite harsh on this. I'm going to give it a 2. I just don't think it functions as a shoe supposed to function. So like I said, because of stability issues, I just can't give it a really high mark in that opinion. So I think if it had a better sort of stability, I'd probably put this up to a 3.